Brandon has been working with his global speech coach Simon in preparation for this event, so let's give Brandon a warm welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Marty Wynn, and Brandon wanted me to go first. He told me to.
He's bigger than you.
I was asked to come here today and say a few words about the Oregon Special Olympics program and what it's meant to me and my family. And Brandon's been involved in Special Olympics, what, 20 years at least, I think, something like that. First, I'd like to give you a little bit of history about Brandon. At an early age, Brandon was diagnosed with a speech and language problem called dyspraxia. And it occurs in children and is present from birth and appears to affect more boys than girls. So with this information at an early age, he was about 4 years old, I think. We were able to move forward to look for ways to improve Brandon's quality of life. His first grade teacher suggested to us that he enroll in special ed classes that had experts in speech and language and developmental disorders. We agreed and moved forward with their request. First and second grade were a little bit of struggle for Brandon, but I also believe he would eventually begin speaking. He'll probably do a better job up here than I am. It was during these early years in elementary school that we introduced Brandon to Special Olympics of Oregon. There was a coach by the name of Mike Means that kind of took notice of Brandon, how well he played, and started working with him on the fundamentals of basketball. This was about, I think, first grade. You're about that high. Brandon exceeded all of the coach's expectations and has become a part of Brandon's life until this day. I started volunteering with the organization back at that time and quickly learned that Brandon accomplished more physically and mentally when it came to playing sports. We soon started the team, and I know this boosted his self-confidence quite a bit. Before we knew it, Brandon was going to Westview High School. And they had a group of special ed counselors up there that worked on what they call life skills. Brandon, counselor Simon part-time job at the Rock Creek Elementary School cafeteria. Remember that? He would set up the cafeteria for lunches and clean up afterwards. He was well liked by the staff and did an excellent job. And all during this time, he continued his involvement with Special Olympics and even had the courage to try out for the Westview basketball team. Remember that? Made the second cut by the way. And then with Brandon's bowling ability, he made the Westview bowling team and eventually became captain of that team in his senior year. So during, Counselor knew that Brandon liked sports so well that she set up an interview with Nike Incorporated, and that's where Brandon is working right now to this day. He has a full-time position at Nike, and I've been told by his supervisor that he's one of their best employees. Nike treats him very well, and he's making enough money now. He just went out and bought his first condo last year. Watching this first video that White and Kennedy did, I thought back on that. It was on last September, and Brandon and I went down to the Northeast Portland School Gymnasium for that commercial shooting. And when we entered the gym, I thought, well, Brandon looked a little nervous, but as soon as he got out and started playing one-on-one with another player, he was pretty much in his element. The crew down there quickly came to like Brandon, and they were amazed how well he played. And I thought to myself at that time that this is an experience that either one of us would never forget, and thought back to his younger days when he was such a shy and reserved boy. That day he was in his element, playing in front of the camera crew like it was second nature. And I was watching Brandon at the commercial filming. I took a break and walked the old school and talked to the director of the organization that was in that building. It's called Friends of the Children, who deal with at-risk children, men and women all the way through high school. And I told him of Brandon's speech and language disability and where he is now. The director told me that I must be very proud of him, and I am very proud. There are certain times in your life when you have to change your priorities. Brandon showed me that with patience, good things can come from difficult situations. My greatest satisfaction was seeing Brandon become successful in his adult years. I'm glad I was involved in the early years with him. In our community, there's a lot of people who care about our children. And watching Brandon today, I feel he's in the position to return the favor. Thanks.
So I'm next. Hi, my name is Brandon Wynn. I would like to share with you how my life has been changed by being part of the Special Olympics. When I was about 7, a close family friend started talking to me about joining the Special Olympics program. I must admit, I wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to do, but my parents thought I should give it a try. I'm so glad I did. My first sport that I did in Special Olympics was basketball. Then I started playing softball. Then about 3 years, I started doing bowling, and I loved it. My next challenge will be to try volleyball. I love the variety of sports because I found out that I really love to compete. Special Olympics has given me so much. I've made a ton of new friends, and I've been fortunate to have met some awesome coaches. I know the coaches are volunteers, but they're incredible. And they have really helped me and develop my skills. I remember before I started playing sports, my confidence was so-so, but now, thanks to Special Olympics, it's outstanding. If I didn't have Special Olympics in my life, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Before, I didn't have a lot of friends, and I didn't feel included in anything. Now, I have tons of close friends, and for the first time, I feel I really belong. It's a great feeling. If I wasn't in Special Olympics, I would probably be, still sitting at home, sitting on the couch, playing video games, and eating Cheetos. You know a typical kid with orange fingers. But it's not just about the sports. Personal growth opportunities have been amazing over the last year. I've done photo shoots. I've done 2 radio interviews. I've done the TV commercial that you guys seen here. And now I'm a global messenger. It's really taken me out of my comfort zone, and I'm now doing the things that I didn't think were possible. pleased that I didn't have much interaction with the police. But shortly after starting the Special Olympics, I remember driving to an event and getting pulled over for rolling through a stop sign. My coach said, "Oh no, we're in trouble." Anyway, the cop asked where we're going, and the coach said, "We're going to compete in the Special Olympics event." Guess what? The cop said, "That's cool, and let us go with a warrant." Not sure if it was any of you guys, but I know my coach was very grateful. I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the law enforcement officers out there, because you have made a huge impact on the lives of thousands of athletes and their families. I know you guys are incredibly busy